White House to redirect billions in research funds toward AI away from colleges. The AI bailout is beginning, though we don't have nearly enough money to really prop up this bubble. Not even close. They are redirecting money intended for research grants towards AI development. Billions and billions of dollars. The directors from the office will help shape a roughly $200 billion annual federal research. Guys, can you get me past the paywall in this Wall Street Journal article? Guys, fix it. There wasn't a paywall before, but now there's a paywall. What the fuck? Mods! Mods! It's so on the nose. Yeah, it's pretty on the nose. Fix your own damn paywall. Okay, fine. Stream your own damn stream then. Huh? How about that? You know, we can look at the AP News article in the meantime. It's not like the Wall Street Journal is the only one talking about this. That's a pretty broadly discussed issue, you know? White House admits it used keywords to kill billions worth of California research grants. Yeah. Oh, this is how they freed up the money. I see. This is how they freed up the money. Just using AI. That's fitting, considering where the money ended up going. Okay, hold on. What the fuck is the actual numerical... What is the amount here? Complete shock and dismay. Scientists unite against Trump's $1 trillion grant attack. OMB proposal would upend entire grant-making system, put vast sums in the hands of political appointees. Oh, right. This is something I've half covered before, but I haven't covered in its entirety. But some people in chat have really wanted me to cover this. Very good. Yeah. Project 2025 shit. Yeah, they're basically like turning the entire federal grant system into a slush fund for chuds. Trump's OMB quietly proposed a more than 400-page overhaul of the federal grant-making process, which would, if formalized, institutionalize much of the upheaval seen in federal funding sciences that have experienced over the past 2 years. The proposal would put nearly $1 trillion in grant-making into the hands of political appointees by October. So what, that's enough to prop up like 1/20th of the AI bubble or something like that? Yes, sir. USA to become the world's first fifth world country. That's true. And the Supreme Court half approved it in their recent ruling on them not being able to cancel existing grants, but power over future ones. Yup. It's the entirety of the federal grant-making process. Healthcare, education, social services, environmental protections. It's way beyond just research. Yeah, the broader OMB upheaval goes way past just research grants. The proposal, now informally referred to as the OMB rule, has attracted almost 500,000 public complaints. Analyses show as much as 95% in opposition and bipartisan criticism. I don't think it's going to change. President Trump and OMB director Russell Vought. Oh, Russell Vought, the Project 2025 guy. How fitting. How interesting. Of the potential $1 trillion affected, $150 billion is typically invested in science and technology. To conceptualize the scope, consider the budget of the National Institutes of Health at $47 billion. The NIH is the world's largest public funder of biomedical and behavioral research. The proposal criticizes woke policies, would ban DEI, and prohibit undefined anti-American values. Yeah. We all know how this goes. We all know what's being done here. And we all know why. Still pretty grim, huh? What is this? 5 tech giants are hiding $1.65 trillion in AI debt using the trick that toppled Enron. Oh, you're saying like even if all $1 trillion were funneled into these companies, it wouldn't even cover their hidden debt, let alone the actual debt they're holding. Gotcha. 5 of the biggest U.S. tech giants are carrying $1.65 trillion in debt that does not show up in their balance sheets, more than the debt that does. It's bankrolling the AI data center boom. It's perfectly legal, and it's using the same accounting trick that brought down Enron. Yeah, sure, I'm willing to learn about this. What accounting trick? Tell me. Let me know. The mechanics are simple. A company packages the debt for chips, servers, and power through a legal separate entity. Well, that's simple. Often a joint venture, so the cost never flows through its own accounts. Take Meta's Hyperion data center in Louisiana. Meta and Blue Owl Capital both put equity into a separate structure that took on $27 billion in debt. Meta is the sole tenant, yet it argues it doesn't have to record that debt because it's not the one that must find replacement tenants. Oracle has $260 billion of future lease commitments that will eventually land on its books. Nvidia carries $119 billion in purchase obligations. Alphabet and Microsoft keep their vehicles off book too. Man, we've got a pretty stupid system, huh? Shane, this is the fifth time you've showed us offshore bank accounts. You can't keep bringing your offshore bank accounts to show and tell. Yeah. I get you. The scale is the story. Meta's off-balance sheet debt alone is about 420 billion, nearly triple its reported debt. Oracle's has grown roughly 30-fold in 4 years. Ooh. It's so cool how we're like liquidating everything in the United States, and even that will not be enough to prop up the AI bubble. Crazy. This all sounds like stuff that should be criminalized. Well, it's all a phenomenal example of the, I mean, if you'll forgive me, of the Omni segment, no? The idea that like, okay, so is Trump the one responsible for liquidating, you know, our grant process, the OMB rule change? Yeah, he is for sure. And that's a Project 2025 thing. But the fact that all of this is legal to begin with, when like you could easily regulate this out of existence. Like, to be clear, this is not corporations cleverly navigating this unforeseen loophole. This is a well-known legal process that many companies do and have done for decades. It's just being done now to apocalyptic ends, you know? Trust me, the Democrats didn't change this. No one was going to change this. It was always going to run up against a wall. Nasty stuff. Here, 1 second. Grant OMB. Not a lot of news coverage on that. That's probably not good. Grants? News? What is YouTube? What does YouTube want me to search here?
Will political hacks now control $1 trillion in science? The Trump administration wants to hand political appointees control over more than $1 trillion in federal grants. It's a sweeping rewrite of the rules that govern research money, and scientists are reacting with what one group called complete shock and dismay. For decades, independent experts decided which research got funded, judging proposals on quality and merit alone. Under this plan, Russell Vought's budget office lets Trump loyalists screen, approve, and kill grants.
Thank you, old science man. Yeah, I think we get the point. It's illegal in most countries outside the United States in the West, so they can't do it for any projects outside the USA. That's why we're uniquely cucked. Some local news reporting on the national OMB rule change? Nah, that's okay. I think we get it. If there wasn't AI as we know it today, do you think a bubble would have formed from something else? Yeah, for sure. It's the only thing you really need to make a bubble is something you can invest in with nebulous long-term value that your hype men can sell to the moon. That's it, you know? It could be like they've been trying to run this up the ground for a while. NFTs, crypto, Web 3.0. Anything blockchain related, right? The any technology that the average person won't understand very well, but the hype men can talk to the moon about it, you know? Oh, this is going to change everything. They did this with Bitcoin. For years and years and years, this was not even a chud opinion in the beginning, right? The idea that Bitcoin was this transformational revolutionary technology that would free us from the bonds of the fiat currency economy, and we could finally, without government regulation or meddling, the people of the internet can now lock hands and get along without needing to go through megacorpos or whatever. Like, all of this was being pitched as a speculative bubble on its own, which of course, I mean, Bitcoin is itself a bubble. It's just a speculative asset. Self-driving cars as well. Any tech that you can make big world-changing promises about. AI is different as it serves to facilitate mega surveillance, but that has nothing to do with the bubble. There are plenty of technologies that facilitate mega surveillance. Closed circuit TVs, or what is it called? CCTVs? CCTVs facilitate mass surveillance, but there wasn't a multi-trillion-dollar bubble over them. It's really just speculative technology. The idea that you can get gullible investors to dump all of their money into it, that's pretty much the only, it was always going to happen around something. Difference is AI has actual programming utility. Bucko, the last time there was a big bubble on tech shit, it was the fucking .com bubble. The internet has plenty of programming utility. The .com bubble burst. It has nothing to do with the utility of the thing there's a bubble around, right? There's a housing bubble. Housing has high utility. I like living in a house personally. Maybe you prefer a cardboard box. Bum-ass chatter, white name. I don't actually remember if you're a white name. Are you? Let me see. Yeah, you're a white name. Yeah, bum-ass cheddar, cardboard box for a house. I see you.